No artifact buffs? Oh, really? Oh, I'm not used to that though. That sucks. I was looking forward to some crappy artifacts because we have a lot of them. Get buffed. Oh, we don't. Yeah, Emoken Pog. Emoken's actually Pog though. I'm surprised though. I try to gear my Emoken, and I realized I don't have as much gear as I thought. All that time when I was crafting and I kept on getting quote-unquote Aria gear, they never worked out for Emoken because he doesn't need crit rate. No, I haven't read them all yet, Crack. Idochu needs buff. Yeah, so you can abuse it more. Emoken, so yeah, 100% chance to provoke now is awesome. Always results in critical hits if you soul burn. Overall, S1 is insane. Not even my storage? Wait, that's actually a good point. I'll have to check actually. Storage, I don't know. Idochi need to give highest attack buff. At the start of battle grants a vigor for 3 turns. That part I read. I thought that was good. Oh yeah, you are losing the resistance. Oh. When an ally except the caster suffers a critical hit, counterattacks. Okay, so you get 100% chance to provoke. Oh wow, okay. When the caster suffers a critical hit, counterattacks with Dragon Flame. Wait, what? Hold on. So if there's an AoE crit, what takes priority? So, oh, it has to be single target. Oh, I see. Okay, so his play is that you're forcing everyone to try to hit him. Or rather just get possibly provoked. But unless they have immunity, right? Yeah, he normal counters, okay. That's kind of cool. That's kind of tricky. He'd be tricky to deal with unless you have immunity. So immunity is really making its way back. Dragon Flame acquires 1 soul. Attacks the enemy with a kick. Penetrates the target defense by 40%, which was not even there before. And they got rid of the combat readiness boost, which is great. Proportional damage to the counts with lost health. So Sigurd Scythe. So okay, I'm not too. I think Sigurd Scythe might be still his best in slot then, right? So I'm not too salty about getting the extra Sigurd Scythe from the other day. Where I was saying that I have so many Sigurd Scythe I don't know how to use them. I think he would still be a Sigurd Scythe user. Next line is what you're curious about? The next skill you mean? Damage dealt is reduced. Oh, I think it's fine because you're pending by 40%. I'm pretty sure it's equivalent. Equivalent old damage mod, but because it pens defense, it's probably more useful. Yeah, that's true. By how much is a good point, yeah. But if you have them on, what's it called? I gotta pull up my calculator. If you have him on pen set, it would be 40 times 15%, right? Wait, is that how it works? Anyways, we're compounding a 15% def break to a 40% def break, right? So how much would that be? That would be no 15 on 40. So sorry, it'd be 40 times 0.15, right? That. So it'd be 46% defense pen, right? Is that right? Calculating if you have pen set, right? So you have 40% native, and then if you have pen set, would it be 46 equivalent? That's pretty good. I think he needs get sleep and stun. Oh, the immunity to sleep and stun? Dude, that's too toxic. It wouldn't be additive in terms of 40 plus 15%, so it wouldn't be 55%. Yeah. But I just don't know if I did the multiplication right. That was my point. Not the fact that I didn't know it's additive or multiplicative. Need reduced crit damage? He has vigor buff for 3 turns, man. He's too good. He's already too good. So I mean, he's a hero that really doesn't need any stats, right? Oh, sorry. Like very little stats in crit rate, no stats in speed. So very, very cool. And then your Sigurd Scythe and most likely Lifesteal. But if you Sigurd Scythe, you're already having Lifesteal effect. It's 46? Perfect, okay. That's good, yeah. So pen set for sure. I actually think that him having ER, depending on the scenario, might not even be that important. Because unlike Kayron's perspective, like, his counter buff is still strippable, right? But he technically doesn't need it. Like ML can. I think that's also why they removed it. I don't think he even needs that much ER. Because you're drafting him into like people who are gonna crit damage you, right? You're not gonna first pick him and they go non-crit skills, right? Like, so like he wouldn't need the ER. So by the time you draft him, they would already not have that many debuffers, right? So maybe 100 ER is enough. That's just my thinking though. S3 damage is extra increased damage dealt, but everything else is the same. 80% decreased defense. But yeah, that could be a game finisher actually for his kit. That could be a game finisher. If you defense break and you successfully land in terms of they don't prep for immunity or cleanse, like their next turn they're all dead, right? So this is way better. Like this synergy is now way better with the other buffs. That's cool. Yeah, nice. I guess maybe the like a hand guy S2 would be like where you need the ER. So definitely it's not no ER, but I just don't know if you need that much ER. We'll see. Cool. Alright, so Twisted. Okay, so ML Kayron, the issue with ML Kayron for me is that I just knew he was so bad that I never actually read his skills, even though I pulled for him. So me seeing the buff is very, how do you say it, lower value, because I didn't know how bad he was. But I'm just gonna read both. His buff is poo. Oh, okay, it's still bad. Oh, okay. I was reading Vaxis saying that he could be potentially good. Like he's a Stenny killer. But the thing is, like, I feel like Stenny is not really that first pickable anymore unless Lua is open. Okay, sorry, let me see here. Wandering, is it Eidolon? So before it was at the end of enemy's turn when the target has a buff. When the target has a buff, gains 10 fighting spirit. When the fighting spirit is full, consumes all fighting spirit, increase combat range with 50%, and it becomes enraged for 2 turns. So now it's at the end of an enemy's turn. Okay, straight up. So the buff is that they don't need a buff. 10 fighting spirit. 50% still the same. But it doesn't consume a fighting spirit though. It just increases the combat readiness. Okay. Combat readiness increase effect can be activated once every 3 turns. Oh. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that yet. He's just putting nail on coffin for Stenny players pretty much. Ah, got it. Wish Ken F-Res wasn't removed. I think if it wasn't, he'd be too OP because he does have too much in his kit. I'm okay with it being removed because his self-imprint is ER too, right? Otherwise you get like nearly 60 ER for free. I think that's pretty broken. Sword of Requiem Awakened. Okay, so just the 2 buffs. Unleash the power of demonic sword to attack all enemies before consuming all fighting spirit. Successful attack, so no miss. Inflicts 2000 additional fixed damage. Wait. The fixed damage increases proportionate amount of consumed fighting spirit? Would that equal 10,000 then? Assuming 5 fighting spirit? Shepherd best in slot, no cap. Good thing I pulled another Shepherd for my selector. I just did it because I was thinking that maybe if I went with Shepherd Aiden. Not stated, no clue. I'm assuming it's the same, it's just that they reworded it differently. So that's why I'm maybe confused. Going to cooldown, decrease damage suffered by 30% when suffering a critical hit when more than 1 damage. Okay, so critical, okay, so LQC. When more damage. Wait, where's this counter buff thing? Or maybe that's not buffed? Wait, how does he work? His counter buff is based on his passive? Oh, you're talking about the other one. You're Shepherd of Chaos. Oh, not Shepherd of the Hollow. Mine is right now. It is on Shepherd of Chaos, but mine's not even 6-starred. Like I never plan to use them yet because I didn't have the gear. Although I had a couple like decent pieces. That 104 is pretty nice. Nah, these are not that good. What does this do? So this is at the start of the turn, end of the turn, adopts counterattack stance for 1 turn. Okay. The caster has buff, gain 10 fighting spirit. Oh, so wait, that was the buff. Wait, what was this one then? Decrease when he counterattacking, activates flash slash. Attacks all enemies and grants a barrier for 1 turn. Wait, I didn't even know he had a barrier. So he needed health. Okay, that's why. Yeah, that's why I never got buffed. Okay, so he needed health anyway. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, I see. So because you would probably offer like go with fixed damage, like as your end play, so you wouldn't probably need the crit damage neck. Maybe you go like at the most crit rate neck, or maybe HP neck. Let's see. Probably don't have that gear though. Nope. HP neck with like damage. No. Yeah, just build bulk suited damage, right? Yeah, he's like, yeah, I think you go bulk. What do I have though? Nothing? Defense? No? Wow. Okay. Well, it's gonna be really troll to, I guess I go E, I guess I could do cube some ER set HP rings, right? That way you get the best bang for buck. Because whatever substats you get, assuming it's offensive or defensive, at least it's usable. Oh, HP set? But his HP... I don't know, I feel like res is better, you know? But HP is okay though, HP on HP is good. Wait, Dragon, does that mean he can S3 whenever now, depending on how much fighting spirit he has? He could always do that. He always had that ability emblem. It's just that if he didn't have him enraged, his buff before was like, sorry, his working before, he had to have a rage to increase that damage. But you could always do this. But now it's like more of, you can actually scale this up to 10,000, assuming it is that proportional amount means that full fighting spirit is 10,000. But now you can just do, yeah. Defense higher HP than defense. Okay, I might do some health set HP next. It could work out because a couple heroes could use that, right? Lethe, Dark Corvus. Yeah, that could be a pretty good value. Hey, Alensinox, welcome. Okay, yeah, but overall, I think MLK steals the show. This is better than what he was, but it's not like... You're not gonna see him be meta. But yeah, like I think what you said is that it puts the nail on coffin for Stenny, right? That makes sense. It makes her have way too many counters. Like safe counters. Okay, let me read the rest. Be Who, which I also have, who I've never built. S1. Attacks enemies with flames burning for 1 turn. Wait, is this S1? No, maybe S2. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know the names. But burning for 1 turn looks like an S1. It is S1? Okay. Hey, Winter Wish. Hey, man. Were you just chilling all day, by the way? Cause like, I saw you like in the RTA leaderboards, just like whatever, you know, rank 10. Don't even need to do anything. When used on a caster turn, activates Incinerate instead of Scorching Flare. Incinerate attacks the enemy with an explosion of flames and and burns for 1 turn. Before detonating burn effects and play down target at the end of the turn. This skill cannot trigger a dual attack. Oh, it's 100% now. Oh. Yeah, you were watching from the sidelines? Man, I was watching Elv and KJ for the whole day. I don't know how they do it, man. At the end of the day, they were like pretty much in the same rank the whole day. I felt like I was so numb to the game mode that even though I wasn't even trying to push for any high rank or whatever, usually on Fridays, so at the end of RTA days, I usually like jump into VC with some Iggy's and then just play, right? But I didn't even want to play today. Oh man, it was so like I felt like empathy, or is it sympathy? Sympathy for KJ and Elv. Like they were literally like just in the same scammed out of me packs. Well, I always get excited when we can like work together on a goal or whatever, but man, it's not the time for me. This was just like a very I needed a break, and I'm glad I didn't go further, otherwise I might have hated the game more. Hey Antiboy, welcome. Sorry, let me do this. So that's an S1. Rate display. Okay, this is S3, right? Okay, so we look at Awaken. Dispels 2 buffs from all enemies, makes them unable to be buffed for 2 turns. Soulburn is cooldown decreased for 2 turns. I don't know. Is that very impactful? His S2 or his passive is not buffed, right? His buff is like any burn damage on the field is increased in damage or something. So just the S1 impactful makes him good? Interesting. Seal of Capture? The artifact? Oh. So, but I mean, unless you build him like Snitchu, doesn't he still need to be kind of fast? Like if he's kind of fast, then you're not getting even like similar attack to Emma Kawazu, right? So then it doesn't mean he doesn't kill? I'm just trying to think, like, is it actually good, right? Like it's probably a good buff for him, but like is it probably a good buff? I just don't know. You can get 6K attack? What? Does he have a passive where it increases his base, like his attack, like Hua Yang and stuff? You missed the patch reaction? Yeah, no, I didn't miss much. We're on Bihu right now. Oh, he does? Oh, okay. Okay, maybe I'll look into it then. In that case, then he's more, he can win games if drafted right. You use Bihu unironically in RTA. Huh. Cool. Okay, okay. But it's really funny though. It's like I feel like they like know Landy's an issue. I feel like Bihu is like targeted for Landy. I don't know. That's just me. Like both his S3 and his S1 is really good into Landy, right? Like theoretically speaking. Elagos. Okay, I don't even own this character, so I probably don't care as much, but damage dealt is increased. Emma Kawazu changes the real Landy killer. Oh, he got changed too? Okay. Right. I was noticing that Snitchu's investment actually worked out. So for those of you who know Snitchu, right? Snitchu actually crafted the Artina event. He crafted attack set, attack neck, and it was for Bihu. Before Bihu got the buff, all right, he already committed to it. That's actually insane. Oh, anyways. Cloak and Trigger increases crit chance of the caster for 2 turns. Okay, I don't even know how he works. So is that an S3, I guess? Before attacking an enemy, yeah, it is an S3. It's just a hit chance? Oh. And also you have Oh, weird. So hit chance is gonna be a buff now? How do they count the turns if it's not like buff? Right? We don't have a hit chance buff, right? At the moment? It's new buff, right? Oh, okay. I already predict this. So because if he's getting a new buff, then someone is going to, someone, maybe an ML or limited, is going to have AoE hit chance buff. It's going to happen. It has to happen. Like, it literally has to happen. Okay, that's actually really good. And then his artifact also increases hit chance, no? No, his artifact is pen with combat readiness boost. Okay, right. You hate that it's a buff and not like Zahhak? I would only hate it for the fact that I know where that's going. But realistically, it doesn't really change much to me. It's just that it could be stripped, right? Like, realistically, it doesn't matter because if they wanted to increase everyone's hit chance, they could just give the Zahhak like buffs. But since that this can be stripped, I don't think that's a bad thing because Elagos is most likely not gonna be a turn 2 hero. So like even if it's stripped, so what, right? But Ricardo and Tachi already is a candy killer. Wait, that is such a gross move. Yeah, no, he was this. I mean, this was his old kit, right? It's just that he got hit chance increase. He's supposed to be like kind of like I guess acting like Green Sid without his base speed and not being a speed imprint. Yeah, I mean now you kill unit and his S2 go into Aiden and kills her, right? Burglar, hey man, welcome. I'm thinking more about the future of evasion and stuff now that there is a hit buff. Oh yeah, I mean, it's not surprising, right, Sluff? Like we all knew that was happening. Like some people have innate evasion without the evasion buff, like a la Violet, Aiden, and then some people have evasion buff. So like if there's a hit chance non-buff like Zahhak, then there has to be a hit chance buff, right? Like they have to do it. No, Violet was screwed a long time ago, to be honest, but like I don't think Elagos is gonna make a huge difference except for like Aiden defense or something. And even then, I guess it depends if there is an ROL on a defense. But Aiden probably gonna be less played now, probably in the next season. Not Elagos, but like I think with the she's already much less played. ML Kawazu Tachi goes into Tachi. He lives a 2k HP counter and Sabo. Suddenly he's 7k HP again. Landy. You see Elagos buff target at will count? Yeah, no, he needs to be. Yeah, no, he needs to be like a higher damage Green Sid, right? Like you need to be. Your fastest gear is slightly on ramp. Yeah, like you need to be a damage dealer with that speed, and I don't know. It's not possible for every account, no. So I mean that's why I didn't even bother with him. I did get cleaved by Elagos once, I think last season or 2 seasons ago, and it was cool to see him go like, you know, kick that suitcase, shoot it, and blow up and stuff. I was like, what the frick? But that was kind of cool. It was a 300 speed Elagos, by the way. I thought I could outspeed, but I got outdrafted. Or outsped by like a champ player. Don't Elagos S2 need Elagos to be faster, a lot of damage on the target? Most Aiden is quite fast. No, I know, but the thing is like, it doesn't even matter if he has the damage speed proportion, right? Just the thing is like, with the amount of crit damage and crit rate that you have with him, crit damage and attack you should have with him, he should one-shot those squishies, right? Regardless of their speed. Even if Aiden was base speed, probably still can't kill, unless she's base speed because of HP ring, defense neck or something. Last Candy got to hit, the recover was 20k 3k damage. This is why you want him? if I have the gear emblem, if I have the gear, I would want him. Okay, Bunny Dom, I heard that she's amazing now, but let's take a look. Moonlight Wave and has a 75% chance to put him to sleep for 1 turn. Okay, that's just increased, that's good. Flow Control. Wait. Guys, it's not degen hour right now, but when I read Flow Control, like, isn't, like, when we talk about a woman's period, don't they refer to that term as flow? Like, how's your flow? When I read Flow Control, that's literally what I actually thought of. I was like, wait, I've heard that term before, but not from Epic 7, you know what I mean? Oh, man. Okay, wait, is this going on YouTube? Probably not, probably not. Tampon skill? I mean, she is white and fluffy. And she has a lot of white and fluffy... Okay, never mind, I just stop here. Just in case this makes it on YouTube or something. Effect resistance by 30%, which is good. Start of enemy's turn. Wait, at the start of an enemy's turn, dispels all debuffs from all allies? Huh? Oh, extra turn. Sorry, I read that wrong. Extra turn, extra turn. Yeah, extra turn. I'm like, wait, what? It got just like start? Okay, yes. Dispels all debuffs. So you don't need what's his name? Doctor's Bag. And that means, wait, she can counter like Peyra too, if they don't have a bridge. What? It's a 5-star ML! What? Because doesn't Dr. Bag only cleanse 1? And so like she really only worked into Sea Lilius. Hey, BD, thanks for the resub. Yeah, so like this is actually really good. Because you're dispelling it no matter what. At the end, that's the start of it, right? So as soon as Peyra S2, S3, it's dispelled, and then you grant skill nullifier once for all allies, and immunity for 2 turns. That's very good. It's over buffed with that skill null. Dude, Sea Lilius defense, I don't know, man. I think they're dead. Like Sea Lilius is always on defense. Like, I don't know who you fight, but she has never gone. And there's always a way around it because now she has like Ahmed's like skill null. I think like it serves up a nut for protection for almost anything now, you know? But the barrier is removed, but I guess it doesn't matter. I would prefer the skill null. And then S3. Oh, it gives a barrier anyway? Wait, what the frick? Okay, well, overall she's just better. Like, no matter what. The best thing about this is now you can control when to get the barrier, so you don't get screwed over by DJB. Think about that. But you don't get the attack buff or the push, right? I don't think her getting a barrier was ever an issue in any circumstance, because I don't think people countered her with a DJB, right? Because like, let's say someone goes Sea Lilius and you draft her, you're not drafting a DJB into her because she probably outspeeds him, right? Happened to you a lot? What? Ha? Really? You gotta be kidding me. That's such a neat, that seems like such a niche scenario. What? DJB to counter a Bunny Dom? But Bunny Dom pushes. Aren't you killing his entire team? So what I'm thinking is that, like, unless that DJB is faster than your Bunny Dom, then that's a build diff, right? So if your Bunny Dom goes, you're pushing your damage dealers ideally, you're killing them. So DJB should not be. Anyways, you're kind of screwed if they have DJB and you don't have a barrier anyway, right? Because DJB pushes and you're dead. So I don't see how this is a good thing in your scenario, but it is a good thing that you still have the barrier though. That's all I'm gonna say. Crescent Moon Rin. You guys were saying that this is insanely good, right? Let's see here. Heckle. Before granting random buff to the caster for 1 turn. Oh, is it everything? S1, S2, S3. Stun chance. It's better than a random buff, I guess. Soul Burn increases the chance to 100. Okay, so acting Para. Eye Catcher. Stunning for 1 turn before stealing 2 buffs, granting their effects to all allies. Now this steals 2 buffs, granting their effects to all allies before stunning the target for 1 turn. Okay. Wait, isn't this the same? Hold on, let me reread this. Steals 2 buffs. Oh, so you can steal immunity and stun them after? Whereas before you wouldn't stun them. Steals limited Lilius's damage reduction buff. Actually, wait, that actually would be kind of cool. But this is just in case they have immunity, right? So you're technically the stunning actually becomes more effective. Okay, cool. Curtain Call Awakened. Crosses rings to attack the enemy, dispelling all the target's buffs. Increasing critical hit damage to all allies for 2 turns. Critical hit result in an extra turn. I suppose that's okay. Not bad. But I guess oh, she has to be crit now. Oh, wait, that's actually that's actually tricky. That's tricky because if you don't have really fast crit rate next, that feels a bit more tricky. Before, if it's just buffs are despelled. Okay. There's pros and cons to both. It's very scenario heavy. You buff, just get the stronger one. Thanks for the resub chance, Chan. 38 months, man. Oh wow, that's actually insane. Before you just throw whatever speed gear, now you have to have CC, yeah. There's pros and cons. Let me think about it. Like, is she usable though? She has Sid speed, so I guess it's more for people who have extra 300 speed set that want more like to stop cleavers. So like for racing maybe. So I mean, if you have the crit rate neck, you can stun. You can stun and buff like. I don't know. I'm kind of confused. I don't know. I think it's an okay buff. It's hard for me to picture if it's a really good buff though. Let me dust out my extra 300 speed set. Yeah, no. For some players, this is an issue, right? Like the Chinese whales and stuff. But I think she could be usable just because of the high base speed. Sea Caval, Seed on Pusher. Yeah, no, but then you would have to have that crit rate, right? Like. I guess you're right, because you do get 2 turns, right? So it's a whale. This patch is like really good for whales. Oh, RNL would be insane. RNL would be insane. Like, she used to be on RNL too. I've seen that before. It's actually pretty crazy. But like before, I think she had very low effect, right? Like she... Yeah, she wasn't... Yeah, she would have an issue in a lot of areas. You'd have to strip the immunity technically, and then you can stun them. But then now there's like 2 stunning, right? And you can soul burn, so she could disable 2 characters realistically, and maybe even 3. First Veronica, now this time to convert CC neck. Use basket 50 crit. Yeah, I mean, if you really want to use it, I don't know though. I think that like Payra on RNL probably still better, no? I don't know. I don't think that her buff is that insane, at least right now. Inferno Kawazu. Okay, so you guys are saying this. So Ink increasing health, combat raised by 25%. Okay. Detonation damage dealt increased. Ooh, that is gonna be pretty cool. So I'm assuming that this is gonna kill any run-of-the-mill ML Landies, right? Not the like 18,000 HP, 1800 defense ML Landies. But probably now this can kill it. Okay. That this requires testing. It's harder to theory craft outside of just saying that if the damage is enough, he kills. So that's kind of good. And then combat readiness boost by 25%, meaning that he could be built slower, bulkier, and or higher damage, right? This could be so little like the LHC buff. So little like the LHC buff, and yeah, LHC is run everywhere now, right? Yeah. I think it's still his main issue though is that like he's a one-shot finisher. His main issue is that if the opponents have multiple damage dealers that have high sustain, then he's pretty difficult to keep alive. 10%, maybe. But I'm assuming that this buff is generated at trying to suppress ML Landy. So I think that like with this damage, people might not be able to go like ML Landy, 1 more carry DPS and 3 support, where she's the only one. Then he'd be a force ban, right? Yeah, I think overall it's good. I mean, it's a buff straight up. That's good. I would prefer like a 1-turn cooldown on the S3. Or, you know, if you really wanted to buff him and make him disgusting, is that his vigor is triggered not just by AoE. Like there's another condition to it, and then I think that'd be insane. Like if his other condition is like, I don't know what it is. It could be anything, to be honest, but you know, sir. I mean, he really, like, if he's gonna have his cooldown duration be that long, in my opinion, I think his vigor buff should be like have a secondary mechanic, you know? The Pillis buff you didn't expect. I've been using her, thinking her passive reduction applies to her already. Hold on. Recovers health by 5%. Start of the turn. When an ally is attacked by counterattack, dual attack, extra attack, has a 100% chance to decrease damage suffered by 30%. You're right. I actually did think that. Holy morphed. I thought the same thing. I didn't know it was except the caster. I've been letting Pillis tank Shu Celine counterattacks into additional attacks. Okay, well, yeah, that's 100% buff. Definitely worth building again, at least for me. I've had her ungeared for like 5 seasons, pretty much, maybe 4. So for ML Ken, will the build be different from all than the good one? Okay, so I said, oh yeah, so this is where, yeah, that's then. So I said this at the beginning of the stream. I think that ML Ken's ER probably doesn't need to be as high as before. I think that his ER could be at like 100, maybe 100 plus a bit. I don't think you need like 200 plus ER anymore on him. My thinking is mainly because you wouldn't be first picking him because he still has issues. Like if your teammates and himself is not counterattacked, he'd still be going down and be useless, right? So what I mean is you wouldn't need high ER on him because you're not going to be first picking him early. So you're not going to be resisting stuff. The need for him to resist stuff is quite low, right? Like Pirate Captain Flan, you got your Senyas and all that, whatever, Karinas. All those could be drafted into him and like wreck his entire team. So if he's drafted late, then you would know that they don't have that many debuffs. At most, they have a hand guy. So your ER at 100% I think is good enough. So I'm actually okay with them removing this, otherwise his kit is too loaded. So what I would do is, what I'm thinking is that he has Vigor buff, right? That means you got free attack, you got free defense. So, you know, think about the EHP necessary to survive like turn 1s. You know, outside of like a Strays or a... Well, actually, wait, Strays wouldn't be able to kill him no matter what. Like a ML Leica or whatever. Figure that EHP out, and then you go on from there. Crit damage and attack, and then ER at 100, base speed. That's what I think. So that would be how I would rebuild him, or consider building him. And I think pen set, for real though. Since you're already getting 40% defense pen, I think that having him on pen set is going to be good. So calculating the 15% on the 40% is 46, right? So almost 50% defense pen, I think that's pretty cool. ML can need to remove all debuffs if critical hit. That's too OP, man. But it would be interesting if he got something like a F Maya, where if you hit him after he got debuff, he cleanses the debuff that was on him before. But I think that's too OP. To be honest, I don't think he needs it. I think his use is gonna be good, but he's not gonna be like, you know, he's not gonna be ML Landy. He's not gonna be first pick material. ML Ken counterattack procs extinction. You guys want everything into ML Ken. We've been down bad. That's for sure. Like in terms of ML Ken being so bad for so long, you guys are just down bad. Get him can't be killed by critical hit. Oh my goodness. ML Ken need better sustain. I don't think so. Okay, so in terms of where I put ML Ken in my mind is that if you're drafting him, you already have some support. He already has vigor buff, so Sea Lilius will just duplicate, so she doesn't really count. But let's say you have a knight and he has vigor buff, which is undispellable. He's already not gonna die that easily. And then the other thing is, if my theory is right and he could just use 100 ER, then you can have a lot of bulk, right? And because he has vigor buff, you technically don't even need that much attack. You can lower your current ML Ken's attack by roughly 30%, right? Because you're getting that back with vigor. So you could have a lot of bulk or a lot of crit damage. So in my opinion, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure my theory holds true. I think people can go really crazy with ER, but you think about it, right? Like if he's brought into massive debuffers, they're probably not critting. So then it's counterintuitive. So like, why have him with really high ER? So the only scenario I can think of in terms of meta heroes right now would be like hand guy S2. So roughly you give him 100 ER. Maybe it's a bit over in case that hand guy is effectiveness hand guy. But like that case is like, you know, that could be RNG, right? Effectiveness hand guy usually don't go for 100 effectiveness, so even if you have like 110, 120 or whatever. Let me see what I can do actually.